TPA. We'll see if KL Hunters maybe come in for their own late game compositions.
Definitely. So this is going to be some interesting setups and things planned out definitely from both sides of the teams. So we're going to see the game's going to start very soon. Don't worry about that. But I do hope to see very new strategies coming out for both teams.
Yep.
So right now we're going to enter the champion selection for the bans and picks for the first game of the day. It's going to be a Taipei Assassin, Azubu TPA Assassins against the Kuala Lumpur Hunters. Well, to get used to that. So let's move right into it.
All right. Is this bug still ongoing, by the way?
It has been fixed.
It has been fixed. That's great.
Yes. So here we're going to see TPA taking their time on the ban, so Z is going to be taken out. So a targeted ban, especially since if they go to go for team comp that relies a lot on AD carry, Z is one of those champions you want to remove. Because even though you give him a lot of the barrier, the shield coming up, Z still has the ability to really burst the AD carry down very quickly.
Very quick, and also with the ultimate being untargetable, it's a very difficult ability to deal with if he does manage to cast it onto your carry.
Definitely. So here on the side of KLH though, at least being taken down, so not wanting to give it over to TPA since they don't have the first pick.
Yep.
Stanley does play a very strong Elise. I believe he is one of the players who introduced Elise, the usefulness of Elise to us on our server.
Teaching the people that cooldown reduction is the way to go on Elise. Being able to spam all your 6 spells after one another in a team fight or in general makes Elise such a strong champion.
Yes, but it is a slight change. A lot of Elise players has been going for Muramana as well as Rylai instead of going for cooldown because they want to try to just deal out as much damage, a slight burst so the team can pull up for the kills.
Trash a banner to trash against Dinter there by KL Hunters. We have Dinter, a great trash player actually.
Yes.
He lands those hooks really well, and that trash hook, it's not an instant hook, but it keeps the champion you hook for a really long time locked down. And when the champion is being pulled, your whole team can engage on that and put out a lot of hurt and potentially kill them.
I feel that the trash hook is much better in comparison to Blitzcrank.
Yes.
Because it does have a longer stun, so to speak, of CC time right there.
But therefore you don't have the knock-up that Blitzcrank gives.
Yes, definitely.
And then again, you have the trash who is able to push people around.
It is a slight knockup, but it's not as long as Blitzcrank. So the bans are going to be Vi and Siege. Both champions taken out for themselves. TPA are dive comps, I would have to say. Like, Siege is just so hard to deal with right now. If you saw the IEM, the teams who pick up Siege has like a 50% win rate already locked in for the team. He just needs to slowly farm up. It's very hard to shut the Siege down.
Because Siege he will get so tanky and he will just be farming behind your tower if he's doing well, and they do not want to deal with that.
So we can see on the side of TPA though, for this match, going back to a more familiar playstyle, I suppose. Since they have really shown that the barrier shields, of course you need to change it slightly, to make it different. So the first 3 picks right there is going to be Shen, Jarvan, as well as Kha'Zix. And the side of KL Hunters though, seemingly going back to
the very standard picks actually.
Standard picks that they have.
If one picks the Xin Chao, the other one picks Jarvan. Misfortune, a very solid AD carry.
Yes. So we might see though, I believe if they wanted to pick up Misfortune, they wanted Kha'Zix as well. As you did see the combination play they did together where Misfortune was more of a utility AD carry where she got the Black Cleaver in order to apply the stack. So Kha'Zix is going for the burst. So this lineup might have been slightly screwed or been destroyed by TPA by taking up Kha'Zix right there.
Lulu being considered there by KL Hunters. A very good disengage also with the ultimate knocking the enemy up, but also a great tool to use it as an engage when Xin Chao jumps in, then you knock up all the whole enemy team and maybe follow it up with a Misfortune ultimate.
Definitely, and the ultimate is like a heal that cannot be negated.
Yes.
The best thing about it out there. And so Tinter One's going to pick up Irelia, so it's going to be most probably Shen and Irelia up top, and Tinter One has been playing Irelia quite strong, but look, this pick though, I have something to say about it. It is going to be a Soraka locked in there, and I haven't seen Soraka almost at all throughout this new season. except when people play Urgot.
I have, yes, with the Orchard. I've seen
Yes.
that one yesterday. Yeah.
In competitive play wise, though,
No one
no
else.
one has picked up Soraka, I would have to say. And we can
Very
see
interesting
that
pick.
it's gonna be Stanley, might be Nidalee, so we might see a.
I think it's an AD Nidalee, maybe. That could be it. You could have the mana regeneration onto the Nidalee, throwing out those spears to poke down Lulu and
so
Misfortune.
why should it should be more of an AP Nidalee then instead of an AD? Because you want to heal the mana, you want the spears to do damage. It should be an AP pickup.
But it
overall.
also works great with the heal and the attack speed.
Definitely.
This is going to be really interesting. Toys is probably going to go mid, as always. Shen
It's
is
gonna be in the jungle.
yeah,
probably.
Shen or top.
Jarvan could be in the jungle actually. We have to see what they come out with this as they swap the
Yep,
positions. But the last pick for the side of KLH is going to be Orianna. So
Oh, can it be the
a slight
toys?
switch in terms of
Is it a
Wow.
Soraka mid? Oh, I'm loving this. I'm loving this already.
so yes, it's going to most probably going to be a Soraka mid out there, and it's going to be
Oh, wow.
Dinter and BB as Kha'Zix on the bot lane. So they're going to play non-AD but full Wuzicom. It's a bit slightly different from before, but they're still going to rely on to BB to jump in. But oh no way, it's going to stop. They're stopping around, just playing mind
Still
games. With all of
playing
us.
the mind games with the casters here. Oh man.
I mean, not only that, she's playing mind games against each other. You know, once because people know the specific role that players have picked up.
They will switch the rune masteries to counter that.
Yes,
So it's
I-
not going to be a Soraka mid. Ah, so unfortunate. So
but
unfortunate.
it's going to be Nidalee as well. Soraka, as you mentioned, the
Yeah.
combination is going to be down at bottom, and on the side
wow.
of KLH. So,
I'm excited actually to see this.
as you can see inside of KLH, there's a slight revamp on the lineup where XSF will continue to play the jungle for
Yes.
now, and Horvace will be the support while Valence will be playing the AD carry for this game. So this is a very interesting setup
Yeah,
for both
Very
teams.
interesting setup there.
So BB is going to this patch. Let me think. Is the nerf on Nidalee has been applied on this patch where she does not have the extra armor and magic resist
Yes.
when she is in raw form. So
But she
she
does
was not
get the-
as tanky as
Yeah, but
before.
she does get the magic resist that she now is missing from Soraka.
That's it.
To counter that out.
We shall take a look at BB runes since it's I suppose it's going to be the most interesting thing we have.
Yep.
Up really. So
Let's have a look at that.
oh, see, it's going to be an AP Nidalee maybe. You can see here 15 ability power at the quintessence.
Going for the
And-
magic penetration as
and-
well. So it's going to... Oh, so they're negating the... for having an AD bruiser or AD...
So
mid,
it's
right?
basically going to be an AP. They do not really have an AD carry, so to speak, but Kha'Zix burst damage replaces that. Nidalee Spears replace that. So this is going to be exciting to see how well they can play this off, definitely. Unless it's going to be a lane swap as well as changes made overall. So I'm just going to take a look at Dinser as well because not that many people have played Soraka. So
Yep.
what runes and masteries he has picked up. So wow, is actually going to be 5 gold per 10 up there. So the seals are going to be 8 of it. Gold per 10. And then 1 more armor at here. Flat armor. The marks are
Yep.
flat armor. Stacking with the magic resist right there. So Soraka should start the game with 10 armor, 12 magic resist, and 5 gold per 10 right there. With the masteries being 0, 13, and 17. So very standard pickup for the range supports in terms of getting the
I
pickpocket.
have different masteries.
What was it? Okay, let's just try again.
Yeah, I have different masteries.
Oh, give me a moment. Maybe. Whoops.
That's odd.
Okay. He sees a 1, 13, 16 on his side though. And
Oh.
wow.
Oh, maybe I have no...
Maybe it's slightly bugged up. We shall
No,
we shall
we'll see. We'll see.
see when we enter into the game right there. We will be pickpocket. It's either he has placed the points onto the pickpocket, or we're gonna see that the Summoner's Wrath will be taken up to increase the damage from the exhaust out there. So this is going to be interesting. And on the side of these preparations matches though, I would like to see what Wildlands though has prepared. As this is the first time we're going to see him play the AD carry role. So here we're going to see 1% crit chance, going to be very standard with the physical damage, magic resist, and the armor. On the side of the masteries, it's going to be trying 1-9 out there, so nothing major, nothing different from this.
Very similar to Shinewalker's runes and masteries, actually. Maybe he did. Hopefully, Shinewalker did give him some tips and tricks on the AD carry.
So yeah, so we're gonna make preparations to move right into the game after this. So this is gonna be exciting to see what they have prepared for this game. Both teams though not seemingly gonna back down for anything so far. So I'm just gonna be amazing match prepared and to be seen for this game, definitely. So what are the odds? Who do you think has the higher chance of winning from this?
Well, I don't think that the KL Hunters are really prepared with that AP Nidalee in the bottom lane compared with Soraka. I'm not even sure if it's going to be a bottom lane. Perhaps they're sending them in another lane. It's hard to tell. The composition of TPA is not very standard, I have to say. The idea behind it is there. I do understand the idea behind it, but it's not very standard, and I don't know how KL Hunters will be able to counter this. Whereas the KL Hunters have a very straightforward team comp that TPA should be used to playing against.
Definitely, but we have seen though, not like normal games, this Nidalee at the bottom as a support, or sometimes as an AD carry, they do pick up like a lot of things. And sorry, there was a slight delay on me loading in right there because there was an error that occurred just now. But we are moving the game. Yes, you see the time has passed slightly forward. But this will be TPA against the Kuala Lumpur Hunters right there.
Oh, the Kuala Lumpur's Hunters looking for a remake, actually. Calling for the remake, I believe.
I'm not sure. There might be a...
There might be a slight problem there.
We're just going to have to wait and see what happens from there. So here on both sides, you do see the KL Hunters are really gathering on their blue side, the brush. They're going to make sure that if TPA does come for the invade, they're up and ready for it. Both of them have it watered right here. They're both ready for it, but both teams are going to play very passive for this engage. I think TPA does not want to be caught out anymore. They did get caught a few times for the first blood.
Known to actually, especially in that Star Wars League, we saw. Was that Star Wars? No, that was in the last game between KL Hunters and TPA. KL Hunters actually doing a good job of catching out Dinter on Zyra, I believe, in the jungle, and that's where KL Hunters were able to keep a long lead for a long time in the game. So they do not want that happening once again. Slight pause coming in here.
I believe, just as you mentioned, they wanted to request for a remake, so I'm just going to check on the status of the match right there to see what is happening. Whether there any problems, or the pause is just there to help fix up everything. So hopefully nothing wrong is going on there. Everything will be fine. We will go back into the game very soon.
I never mind coming out from Sinchao.
And so the game will resume.
Yep.
I think they fixed the problem right there, so we're going to move right back into the game.
So, miss call right there, maybe?
Not sure, but here we do see KLH is going to go and look at the spear, chucking down almost 100 health for the side of Red Hot Race. The wall still being planted for KLH right there. They want to spot and make sure that but Little Boss will not take the race and will be forced to go for the raid. And if they do go for a gank onto mid, they'll be able to spot them out. And here KLH, after planting the wall, going to go even more aggressive actually. Going to try to make a gank happen upside onto the blue
They're
buff.
really trying to. They're looking for that blue buff invade here.
Here we can see though, Stanley and Toys completing the moves because they want the extra EXP, and Stanley is just going to move past. He will not spot there, but he might see the Oriana's animation coming out. So the blue.
That was so close. Stanley was just a millimeter off the vision from KL Hunters there.
Yep. So here, Little Boss though is going to take the raid, but after that he's going to make a big round because he knows there's a ward at the Rift, and he's going to try to move to his blue right now. So they do not spot that invade at all, but then at the same time doing a lane swap, going to put KLH back slightly because Irelia is forced to move back a very long way, and she will be
But it's alright for it will be alright for Irelia as she is up against 2 versus 1. And we do know that Aurelia is a great champion to farm underneath the tower. So
But
waiting for the lane to get pushed up and then farming up is not a bad idea. Oh,
Yes.
Spear's actually coming out from Baby there, chunking down Arita by a little bit. TPA and Lil Ball is actually looking to take up the blue buff here from KL Hunters. Dinter thought about coming in here, but should be get spotted out there. KL Hunters not going to contest this at all.
give me a side. Let me double check something because we can see that apparently there's no sound from the in-game. But here,
Stanley actually going for the taunt onto Misfortune there. Misfortune gonna take a little bit of tower shot there. Nothing much going to happen. KL Hunter's doing a great job pressuring the top tower, shredding it down by quite a bit. Little Balls will get caught out by the ward at the blue buff.
In a moment.
Golden's actually pushing up the lane quite a bit here. And now we see TPA, Dinter and Bebe putting pressure down on the bottom tower. Dinter one's actually getting poked down quite a lot, trying to farm those creeps up. XSF actually looking for a gank up the top. Will not be spotted out though. Little Balls is around. Misfortune does put down some harass, but Stanley will back off, knowing that something might be happening there. Little Balls one spotted out once more by the ward in the blue buff, in the brush there. A small scrim happening between Xin Xiao and Lil Balls at the Wraith camp. Lil Balls actually going in onto Xin Xiao. Toys coming around. Jumps onto XSF. Lil Balls dropping very low. XSF as well. Ignite is taking off. Now Red Hot Rays versus Toys. They decide to back off. The blue buff does go to Lulu there.
Definitely, so there will be a great start and pick up right there with the blue buff swapping as well as the kill going on. And sorry for the problems. Most probably won't have sound for the first game though. There's a slight technical area. We're gonna have to fix it after the game for the first match. So we thank you for you guys to be patient about that. So thank you. Wow, and please stop adding us at this point of time. You know, you guys are being very annoying about that.
Baby's poke actually, the Nidalee Spears actually don't really do a lot of damage to the Tainted ones, as he is able to heal back up when the minions do push. The tower though, taking a lot of damage from the side of KL Hunters. But the top, Stanley actually doing a good job keeping the tower more than above half HP. But KL Hunters are looking to
take this out right there
take
with
this down.
perfect. With the Whimsy coming out as well as the Audacious Strike, we can see Lulu taking the tower hits but standing at the furthest range, so he will make it out alive. So they will take another kill there for the top lane, and this is going to help them push the tower down so much more. And here we will see that KLH will take the first tower of the game instantly from there.
Good coordination there by KL Hunters there.
Definitely well played.
One interesting thing to note about this game is the lack of wards by both sides of the teams. We have
I wouldn't call it a lack of wards, but it's just that it's the early stage.
Yeah.
No one has went back to purchase those wards to plant up. They're just charging in, obtain as much objectives as possible. Here though, we will see Golden try to take the kill onto Toys. Exhaust coming out. He might be able to land the kill, but the slow coming out, the flash. Golden's
one more
auto
attack. Golden's actually flashes for the auto attack there. Little Balls will back off from the red buff Orianna.
And here we're gonna see both of them move out. So this right now we can see that KLH is just taking a hold on this game, but both towers taken down almost at the same time, but not the amount of kills they have been trading off. So the goal difference is just 900 gold right now, but KLH is still going to ride on this slight advantage as the carries though for the side of the jungle as well as Orianna have been taking the kill. So we will see that XSF is going to build up to be a bit more tanky. He's going to go for a lantern first, so I believe they're going to continue these dives if they do the lane swap as well for the jungle to appear.
We have seen very often though Xin Xiao, people playing Xin Xiao actually going for the for the Madrid's Razor early. Oh, XFF actually smite stealing that blue buff there from CPA.
And XFL has his, every time he plants the wall, he has been very spot on seeing the buffs, especially in the early game as well as later on. So he's doing a very great job in taking away the buffs from TPA. So here we're going to see though, everyone from the side of TPA getting down the mid. A bit weird though, but we might see they're trying to score a kill or might want to take down the dragon as soon as possible. And it is, but it's going to be a lane swap. Kazik's going to move down to the bot lane, and BB together with Zinter will be in the mid side. Stanley and Clinton one's going to be back at top, duking it out, but Stanley has the level advantage though. You can see he is at level 7 in comparison to Irelia only at level 5. Because of all the action that's been happening.
Looks like Azubu TPA does decide to go for the lane swap here. Looking to go on the dragon. Actually, Gang coming down on to Bobston. Suddenly actually using the Sand United onto Misfortune there. Misfortune dropping really low. Toys dropping really low. Little Ball is getting onto Red Hot Race. Baby actually on the way himself. And that is a 2-for-0 kill there. Dinter was also around while that was happening.
Yes, and this will give TPA the dragon out there, so they will be back in this game in terms of the lead if they do take this dragon on the side. We can see Sinsa was a bit too far and his smite has been used, so this will be a free dragon on the side.
A great call by TPA though, because this will not make them lose the top tower as they have already lost the top tower.
So overall, both teams though just doing everything they can to stay in this game, and the early aggression for this game is really high. We're going to see whether TPA is going to gather once again like as they did just now when MF and Ludo tried to push the bottom lane a bit too far and they got caught. It was a 5-man gang coming out, everyone coming from all areas with the Shen ultimate coming onto Toys, keeping him alive as well as...
And now Azubu TPA sieging onto the mid-tier 1 tower of the KL Hunters. Spears are coming down. XSF does decide to engage. The ultimate of Oriana does come out. Misfortune channeling the ultimate onto Soraka, and that will be a kill. That was a lot of ultimates used just for the support.
But I think it's a wise choice because Soraka is actually one of those more troublesome supports in terms of the traits, especially since if you poke your opponent quite a bit, but with the Soraka heal, you're going to negate damage instantly, and KLH just wanted to remove that as soon as possible, and they're just going to put a lot of pressure in this mid lane tower. But Stanley, though, being Shen, he's just going to split, going to farm separately, so it's going to be keeping up a lot in the sense. Look at that spear, almost taking out Goners right there coming out from BB.
Stan United not up though from Stanley, but KL Hunter should know this. Oh, lots of Nether Spears now coming down. Lots of KL Hunters actually having to back from this. Little Boss just gonna pick up his own red buff here. And Misfortune just going to farm out the bottom lane.
Yep. So right now we do see though the game is actually very fair right now, and BB together with Dinter, it's going to be very hard to burst both of them down with just a few members from the side of KLH because of the heals that both champions have as well as the poke coming out from BB. If they do not dive onto them carefully or properly, it's going to be very troublesome from that.
I do agree.
So on the top side though, we can see that Stanley does have the level advantage because he has been spending more time free farming in the lanes. And Tatum ones though, in order to counter-react the pressure that's coming on, he does have a Philosopher's Stone, and he's going to help him out a bit in the overall gold generation right now.
KL Hunter sieging onto the mid tower of the Azubu TPA. Red Horse is actually taking a spear from Baby, dropping below half health.
So the spears right now are going to be very painful as well. This is the main thing that KLH needs to be careful on about. If they do push a bit too far and they eat too many spears, then Kha'Zix will be going for the clearing as well as getting all the kills. So here we do see the Tinder one's going to be gang right there. Little Boss was waiting patiently in the brush, so we look at the heal coming from Soraka. They're going to lock Tinder ones in and now going to move on to XSF, and they are not going to dive it but just going to do some damage. But the top tower though, a lot of pressure is going to come. XSF is a sole member up there, but TP is going to fall back because they know that KLH is going to seize the opportunity to push down the mid turret. And
already we see the gold be in favor of Azubu TPA here. Big items now coming out. Sharon going for the Sunfire Cape. Toys actually looking for some aggression here. Sand United is being casted onto Toys. Sandy will come out, but nothing will happen there.
They're unable to score anything, but they once again will force KLH to fall back. But KLH is unable to do so because if they do fall back, you can see TPA is just going to continue the pressure. And with Dinter as Soraka, look at the heals coming out. He's just going to tank a few tower hits right there, no problem at all, because he does have the capability to heal the damage back up and ready for the team.
XSF actually jumping in onto Toys there, will jump out. Ultimate of Lulu will be used here, but both teams do decide to disengage here. That's 2 ultimates down for KL. No, 3 ultimates down for KL Hunters. Oriana ultimate down. Lulu ultimate down. Misfortune ultimate down. They are just trying to save this tower for as long as possible here.
They want to make sure they do not lose too much map control, as the champions that they have on the side of TPA is going to be devastating, especially Kha'Zix being assassin, and maybe with those spears though, just randomly landing from the side is going to force them to back off a lot of times, and we're going to see the pressure just onto mid. The fights have been focusing on there, but now Valence as the AD carry is going to separate off just a bit to farm up and also clear the waves so that the tower, they do not just focus on the mid, they push down some of the towers as well as gain back some advantage in terms of overall goal difference, which is mainly coming from the CS as well as from that one dragon earlier just now.
So looking at the team composition once again of the Azubu TPA, it is a very, very, very burst-oriented team composition. Locking them down with perhaps a taunt, as well as using little balls, who both of those champions do use bursts. Are burst types champions.
I wouldn't say it's really burst oriented. It's more like a split push / poke composition,
right?
Sieging composition they have prepared instead of a burst, because the burst does only come down if the skill lands, and they're all more of skill shot as well as they're not like 100% going to hit. So you can't really call that a burst comp in that sense. This is just my personal opinion. But here we do see the fight at the blue coming out here. SSF is going to charge right in. Oriana is coming out from the side for Golden's. Look at that, coming in with the flash, and he will not have his. He will use his ultimate, but this.
Oh, a miss ultimate there by Golden, sir. A little bit of miscommunication there. Golden's dropping very low. Baby is on the chase. Lil Balls does make Lulu burn his flash, and that will be a 1-for-0 and a mid tower.
Actually, a 2-for-0 exchange and a mid tower, but we can see it might be a third kill right there. Valence getting caught out of position, trying to protect the tower, wanting to use the ultimate, but Toys just jumped right in as the heal from Dinter was out there and ready to save him, and the taunt from Stanley just taking those hits away from the pressure from MF onto him. So this is very well played, well organized dive from the side of TPA, as well as all those team sides we did see though just now. A slight mistake coming out from Golden's, missing the ultimate.
Yeah, that was miscommunication actually. I believe that the ball was shielded onto XSF, but XSF disengaged from the fight a little bit over the wall and causing the ultimate to miss from Oriana.
And Red Hot Race, though, still holding on to his oracles, taking quite a lot of wards away from Azubu TPA. That's applying a different pressure right there, making sure that they cannot move as freely as they want, even though the tower is down. But KLH will try to take onto the dragon, but no, he will fail. The taunt coming on Stanley. Toys jumping in with the slow right there, and look at that little boss, only locking up Golden's, but XSF is too squishy right now. He's going for Blade of the Rune King, but he's going to be taken down instantly by the composition and the additional damage coming out from Azubu TP. And look at that though, the slow once again coming out from Toys, hitting onto Red Hall Race, but he is Lulu, he does have the Winzy, he will make it out fine, but Tinted ones being very low, as well as a lot of ultimates are not ready for self-KLH. They're going to have a hard time defending this tower right now. And look at that, Toys just going to come in from the side, just using the void spikes to force them to be unable to recall, and just look at the pokes coming again from Nidalee as well.
Yeah,
Nidalee unable to stay in the same.
Nidalee's poke very strong. They're actually doing more than a quarter of damage, chunking them down onto the Tainted Ones actually. So early into the game and already so strong. The gold lead now heavily in favor of TPA.
Wow.
Toys falling very low. The Shen ultimate does come out. The taunt will go down onto Lulu, but Nidalee does pick it up with a spear.
And that was actually Toys was at the back, jumping in, trying to land the slow, and later on he flashed out after he almost got caught by Oriana's ultimate. So he was a very well played and well planned thing, because they did score the kill as well as slow down Red Hot Race we had occur much earlier. So
and now TPA, Azubu TPA going for the dragon here. Should be uncontested though.
Yep. So we can see the TPA coming out of this very different unorthodox strategies to play a lot of pressure onto the side of KLH. And here though, SFS just pushing it down a bit, trying to push down the mid tower with the help of minions, but look at the void spikes here start coming out from Toys, just instantly clearing up the entire...
And now the Robert and Southcap being finished by Nidalee. A huge increase of damage there for TPA.
And here Toys reaching level 11, finally getting his wings evolved out there. Then when the team fight happens later on, if KLH has any member less than half health, and well, Toys will be unstoppable.
Yep. With the resets, jumping around in your team, he will be a force to be reckoned with. Bloodthirst actually will be finished by Toys. TPA looking very, very strong right now.
Yes, especially with the overall itemization though, we can see that items as what is happening is in the favor of TPA. We can see that Shen with the Giant's Belt, Ninja Tabi and Sunfire Cape, so tanky, so much HP, he can just dive in and take, well, the non-existent damage though from the side of KLH.
Yes.
Sad to say. We do see though
Lulu actually picking up the oracles there now.
Again,
actually good pickup right there, as TPA is warding up heavily against the KL Hunters. Does have to be careful to not get caught out there.
Yes, but because of these orcas being purchased though, KLH is the warding, but they're unable to get any win any team fights. Here we see DBO going a bit too aggressive right there, being caught off, forced to flash, but look at that, jumping away with the extra heals coming out from Soraka, just keeping him alive, unable to be brought down even though Ignite was on, as well as the Impure shots. And look at that, BB getting a
spear actually catching off. Very nice, very nice spear there. The amount of sustain that TPE has to keep on sieging against tower is incredible. If you look at Bebe, he was dropped to almost no health, and now Bebe's back to full with the help of his own heal and Dinter's heal.
Not only that, we can see the engage coming on to Dinter as actually Stanley is just pushing down the bot. TPA might disengage from this because Shen's ultimate is not ready. We can see them though just poking around but not diving in, as I mentioned, because Shen's ultimate is just almost up there and ready, just a bit more. But you can see the pressure coming from Shen, just pushing the lane alone, split pushing, and this is really what makes Shen so strong. If he's able to farm out just a Sunfire Cape with the tankiness, his push pushing capabilities is more than one champion to stop him. Look at that, the Shen ultimate coming in, they're going to dive right into it, but Golden's uses the flash to get away.
Oh, and a missed ultimate there by Golden's.
Once again, Shadow Tong moving away. That was Stanley just with quick reaction dodging the ultimate. And here, another tower will be taken. Look at that, Dinter together with BB just charging to the back lines there, wanting to land some spears. But here, as Valence is trying to farm up because they know he's going to defend the tower by Kha'Zix as well as together with BB. It's going to jump onto him. And this
Valence actually running for his life right now.
But the ward does spot him out for the side of TPA, so they know they entered into their jungle. But will he be able to make it out, or is he going to go for a suicide? And here though, we will see Little Boss
coming around here.
Will be the catcher.
Valence actually running.
I don't think he will make it. Look at the slow coming out with the hits. Valence is unable to make the execution happen, and this will be a kill for Little Boss.
Valence actually taking the run all the way around the Nexus. Just going for a sprint here, wasting Little Ball's time
as much time as possible. Oh, gonna juke that
nice
combo, and then finally just gonna decide to die.
The other members of TPA actually coming in, looking for the assist, but that's not going to happen. Funny play there by Valence.
I mean, it was a good thing though, he didn't waste a lot of time for the side of Little Boss. He didn't come up and did anything else, but just spend time chasing onto the champion, so...
Also giving
nice run.
Giving the KL Hunters a little bit of breathing room there from the sieging team of Azubu TPA.
Yup, definitely. But we can see though, right now in 20-minute mark though, TPA does have an 8k goal lead. And look at that, BB diving in, look at the amount of damage doing. Knock up coming up from the side of Javan. Once again, BB jumping right in.
The spear missing so close onto XSF there. Already actually jumping onto Baby and getting dropped to quite low, but then the heals put him right back to full HP.
Look at the voice spikes coming out from Kha'Zix, just poking them from behind. There's nothing much KLH can do onto this because they're unable to engage unless you can see Kha'Zix. Look at that. They're almost charging right in, but only hitting onto the Little Boss. Just look at that. Both BB and Toys just waiting at the side, throwing spears, throwing void spikes, and there's nothing KLH can do. Look, the pokes coming out, the CG potential is just so strong. As you can see, the speed push from Shen, once again, is going to take the top tower. His ultimate is almost up and ready as well. Look at that, BB just taking some tower hits. I think the minions do the job.
Actually might be actually coming out by Toys there. Yeah, because that could be a disconnect right there. Yes, and it was.
SVB has left the game actually, so this is going to be this connection that appears for this game. So
XSF actually earlier, he was trying to recall and had to burn his flash though, trying to dodge an Italy spear. Not really aware of the Italy's presence there with her spears. Will be a huge factor actually, having the flash jump, flash engage onto TPA to actually do something.
Yep, definitely. So, sorry, you saw a bit of weird movements because I was trying to fix some technical problems for me just now. You saw it, so I apologize. But the DBB has reconnected, so we'll move right into it. And it's going to be very hard for KLH to get anything from this because they are going for a very hard team engagement right there with the team comp they have. But TP is just going for pokes, and at the same time split pushing, sieging onto the towers and poking on to the opponent champions for the side of KLH, for the side of Azubu TPA. Coming out of this, though, very unorthodox strategy in terms of the picks as well as all the champions moving about. Oh, definitely going to be very well.
Oh, Baby actually taking even more tower hits, dropping very low, but the heal should be able to get him back up. Two towers actually falling down simultaneously. Good job there.
Yes, and give me a slight problem. There is a bit of a problem with my spectator. I can't seem. I am moving.
Oh.
I'm having a slight problem though. Sorry. Okay, you can just talk about the game as you can see from the side.
TPA actually keeping on sieging there. Nidalee's piece always coming out as soon as they come up from cooldown, dropping actually Aurelia very low. A split push onto actually TPA actually heading up top now, trying to siege onto the top tower, but do decide to back off. Stan actually taking a few tower shots of his own. It's a very standard sieging procedure right now. Poking, doing some damage onto the towers, backing back off. A huge spear coming onto the Tainted Ones from Bebe, dropping him to almost half HP. Game being paused right there. Another disconnect for TPA actually.
So there's a slight connection problem right there, so sorry right there. As you can see, my mouse was flying on, but I had no control on it, and right now it has been fixed. So no kills going on right there, but just a lot of towers and siege coming out.
Very standard sieging procedure right there. Actually, Baby doing a great job with the spears, using the distance buffer, the multiplier, to do as much damage as possible. Every single spear that he throws, after he throws the spear, he actually runs back with a very standard, but trying to deal as much damage as possible from far away.
Definitely. And we can see though, who needs AD carries when you have enough potential damage, so to speak. I mean, Valence though is unable to really do anything for this fight, sadly to say, because he is using Misfortune.
Yes.
You really just need to hit and run as well, use the ultimate. But Kha'Zix jumping in with the spears coming out from Bebe. If we see Valence just stands there and use bullet time, he might eat a spear, chunk his 50% of his HP, and we can see Toys jump in as Kha'Zix, to score the kills as well as taking everything away.
As well, yes, you always have the Jarvan in your face with the Cataclysm and the flag combo. It's just so difficult for Valence to get out of there. Especially, he doesn't have any cleanse or such, he has only the flash to get out of there.
Definitely.
So it's going to be very difficult.
It's going to be very difficult for him to do anything about this, but everything is being back up. We're gonna BB has been connected, so we're gonna move right back into the game, and everything is gonna move. Hopefully everything is fine. Yes, I have control of everything. Look at that. After the it has been resumed, Golden's is being dived by BBB and Toys. Sorry, I mean Stanley and Toys.
Yeah. Toys now unstoppable, 6-1-1. A lot of bursts onto him. XFF actually looking for an engage there onto Stanley. Stanley will drop to half HP. A flash spear from Baby there onto the Tainted Ones, getting the kill. Stanley United does go off onto Toys. The Lulu ultimate will be used. Valence does take a spear to the face. Will try to flash out of that, but the taunt does catch her off. And that's a unstoppable Nidalee right there.
And that was actually very well played, the combination. You can see as soon as Toys jumps in every time, when people try to force poke onto him, instantly you see the Shen auto come on. Everyone's forced to move back, and Shen lands in. Perfect taunt lander, hitting onto Sinsao as well as Misfortune right there. And Jabba with the ultimate just closing it off.
The inhibitor for TPA right there. They're taking their time, sieging properly. This is what their team composition is made to do.
Yep.
They're executing it perfectly.
Definitely.
Oh,
Here we do
Tinted
see
One's
those.
actually looking for an engage here. Will use his ghost to end with the Whimsy. Ultimate from Goldens will go down. Tinted One's dropping very low though. Baby bringing out a lot of burst. Toys also doing a lot of burst. Golden's dropping to half HP. As well as Dinter actually flashing in for the silence there. Misfortune will channel the ultimate, and it will be a 1-for-1 trade there. Golden's and Red Rod Haze dropped really low right there. Another reset would have killed them both.
Yes, but you could see though that was actually more members on side of KLH engaging onto the fight, and it took so long to take them down. The Void Spikes is also a slight heal if you're in the melee range, and Kha'Zix healing up, Baby healing up, as well as Dinter just healing everyone up all together. The fight dragged, they scored the kills, as well as when they were aiming onto Toys, Baby just throws spears from far away, chunking down the health.
As well as the armor buff, I believe, that Soraka gives with the heal.
Yep.
It can negate so much damage. 105 armor on level 5 for that one heal.
Yep, and even though it's just a short period of time, but it's enough to negate the overall damage coming out from KLH just now, as well as Tinted Ones together with XXF. So, well played right there. You can see though, Baby going to go for the Rabadon's Death Cap as well as the Void Staff. So, just going to be able to chunk down almost anyone from afar.
At least half HP.
Especially since though everyone's focusing a lot on the armor setup, as this is how the game has slightly progressed, as well as Kha'Zix, if you don't have enough armor, his Void Spikes are going to hurt so much. But no MR coming out from the side of KLH, because you can see they're focusing a lot on the armor because of the intake coming from Little Boss, from Kha'Zix mainly. Toys being Kha'Zix, one of the most highest burst damage champions, as well as the poking capabilities. You don't have armor, you're going to be chunked down so quickly.
Oh, Stan actually missing the taunt onto Tinted Ones there. Will get stunned by Tinted Ones. XF is around there. They're looking for the engage onto Stanley. They're ignited already going down onto Stanley. Flash being used. Toys actually jumping in onto Oriana in the bottom lane though. Will get killed by a spear. Very impressive.
And that was like almost at 50% HP, if I'm not wrong, on the side of Oriana. He's still going to push right in with the heal coming out from the side of Baby, just increasing the attack speed, taking on the first tower for the side of the Nexus turret, moving on to the second one, just so much damage. Okay, that
Stanley United coming out onto Toys once again. Taunt will go onto runs. Actually, Stanley taking lots of damage by the tower, dropping very low. Will get down, go down to the Misfortune ultimate. Shutdowns going all over the place.
Yes. But a bit of misposition by the side of TPA, though they dive too close to the laser at the the fountain turret right there, so they did get caught off guard. And KLH wants to get as many kills as possible, as this is their single chance where they force them back, but no, they're unable to chase onto Kha'Zix as well as Jarvan, because Jarvan doesn't have his EQ combo for the mobility.
All the tier 3 turrets, all the inhibitor turrets now down on the side of KL Hunters.
So inhibitors only one down the mid side, but for all the
towers,
turrets,
the turrets are down.
So KLH right now with a quite naked base, as well as the split push
and
coming
a huge gold disadvantage. Troy is actually looking to pick up the dragon on his own right there.
Yes, he will be able to pick it up very easily. He has the last whispers, he has Muramana with the brutalizer, now moving on to the Warmogs right there. So much tankiness and damage coming out from Kha'Zix, as well with Soraka's heal, with BB's heal is going to be so effective. And BB is most probably going to go for Seraph's Embrace, as he's picked up the Tear of the Goddess as well. And for Nidalee, it's so easy to charge up those tier stacks, especially in Cougar form.
Cougar form. Keep spamming the pounce, and it will be out in no time.
So here we do see though, KLH with a lot of Honga boots just running around because they know they cannot leave the base. So gonna be very cautious about where they charge and where they move into. So clearing out the mid side and gonna most probably give up this inhibitor, because there's nothing much they can do. But the look at the voice spikes, the post missing, but forcing KLH to move back into closer to the fountain as well as the Nexus turret.
GPA just going to take the inhibitors to the towers here. KLH trying to stall this as much as possible. Looking for an engage here. 3-man ultimate does go down onto Lil Balls, Stanley and Toys, but the spears from Nidalee actually picking up the kills onto Wallens once again. XF still looking for some damages, but Red Hot Rays actually being brought out to almost nothing with a single spear. Toys jumping in, double kill onto Stanley, another kill onto Nidalee, and it's only Golden's left to defend the base right there. This should be GG's. The GG's are coming out from KL Hunters. A very, very solid game by TPA right there.
Definitely. So this will be the first game of the match, and TPA will take it in with almost a 18k goal lead right there in the end.
Wow.
So very well played on the side of TPA. So
a very, very solid game by TPA, not making sure that they do not want the last week's play to happen once again. Not giving any chance to the KL Hunters right there. A very solid game.
Definitely. So this will be the first game, and it was actually, I would say, a very unorthodox lineup, but very well planned. And
Yes.
TPA spent a lot of time doing the theory craft, and I would say though, during the picks and bans, KLH lost already slightly because they did not know what TPA was bringing out, and TPA had banned the specific champions that worked well against them. You could see that Y was taken up because Y, when she dives in, no one stops her. She has the ability to do damage just like Rain, percentage HP damage, even though it's not true damage, but it's just so painful. So that was why Y was targeted out.
It was all oriented around the Soraka Nidalee actually. The composition.
I would say it's oriented in terms of the poke and sieging.
It's all sieging. You have the great wave clear from Kha'Zix with the spikes. You have little balls on Jarvan and Shen who can initiate great fights with the Cataclysm, with the Stand United. But you also use Shen, they use Shen's Stand United onto Toys when he jumps in to get the taunt down.
Definitely. So we're now going to move into the score screen, take a closer look on what happened in this game in terms of the overall goal difference as well as itemization. You can see though, at the early game just now, KLH scored the first few kills, definitely. Very well done, took down the towers. But once the towers were taken down though, you could see the initiation and capabilities of TPA, the mobility coming from Stand United, Jarvan together with his ability to do the flag and flag toss combo, as well as they just pouncing around that, with Kha'Zix leaping.
Yes, they have a very, very mobile team, and it was very impressive actually.
Definitely. So
very well played there.
Very well played
very
for the
solid.
side. Very solid games. As you can see, itemized wise though, very well played by both teams, and this game will fall into the hands of TPA.
Yep.
So definitely, this is a very great match played. I would say that KLH was well prepared for this, but they weren't prepared for such a thing, which is, well, this sieging composition, which I don't think anyone has seen before. Nidalee being picked up is very common though, but you don't really see it played in that sense of a way. And no AD carries needed to take down those turrets so efficiently and quickly at the same time.
Only relying on the AD damage coming out from Kha'Zix there. That did a great deal actually. Kha'Zix doing so much burst AD damage, and then you have Nidalee doing so much burst AP damage. So actually confusing the KL Hunters what resistances to buy.
Definitely. So all those things were slowly planned, and it was so well played for the side of TPA actually. KLH had a solid lineup, I would say. You can see the early game, the pressure, the champions they had was so strong, but once TPA reached level 6 though, they were unstoppable actually.
That was true. They never gave back the lead.
So right now we're going to move into a short commercial break.